So let's talk about Fallout that just premiered on Amazon Prime. We watched the first episode, I think, on Saturday nights. And what did you think of Fallout?
So I'll just quickly say that I had little to no like desire or interest to watch
and
the show.
And we've only seen the first episode. That's it. Haven't watched anything else.
But then, of course, start hearing that it's really good. My brother, he texted me, said that it was really good, which doesn't always mean a lot.
He liked the Halo series. So
anyway, I was like, all right, let's give it a try. So we watched the first episode, and I thought it was pretty good. It was good enough to make me want to keep watching it for now.
Yeah, I liked it. See, I played the games. I played a good portion of New Vegas, but I played all the way through Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. And I'd say that for the most part, it matches the tone of the games.
Gotcha.
There were certain parts where I kind of got a little bit disinterested and a little bored. I think the Brotherhood of Steel stuff was
boring.
Kind of boring. I'm not totally on board with that character or what exactly was going on with that person that got her foot cuts or it was weird how they did that. Like she put her foot in the boots and then took it out and there was like blood everywhere and it looked like the foot was almost like massacred. And then in the next scene, it was just a little Band-Aid on it.
I mean, it was wrapped up.
So anyway, didn't like all that.
What do you not
stuff.
Understand about that? Like about she got promoted and then she got hurt. So then he got to go in her place.
No. I get all that.
So
I was just like,
we don't know yet if it was him. He said it wasn't.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to think that it wasn't because he's a good person.
Yeah. They didn't set up that relationship. So I didn't really know the dynamic. I don't feel like to even know if he would do that or he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or to even care.
Well, I think that's part of the like building of the story.
Whereas I just don't think they took enough time with them. And then they threw you into this, like what was supposed to be like this big impactful moment.
Well, yeah, whereas I mean, just
the first group in the vault, they took the time to build them up. So when the big event happens in the beginning, and I'm going to try not to spoil anything, you actually care about what's going on.
Yeah, well, just going off of that, so they did the whole thing where they do like 3 separate stories.
Yes, very Game of Thrones. I don't know how much they continue that.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones doesn't like throw up a title and like start a different story.
Yeah.
They like intertwine it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This had like 3 separate stories.
They went back and forth. I mean, they went to the Brotherhood of Steel and they went back to the vault later on. They didn't do them like in succession, like the vault, Brotherhood of Steel, and then the Walton Goggins stuff at the end with the mutant. I think the best part of the episode was the beginning.
The vault, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first 5 minutes. Well, not the vault, but just the lead up to the nukes.
What the game?
The actual Fallout.
Like what? Yeah. Well,
that was the most suspenseful and like, terrifying part of the entire show, I think.
I don't always love it when they do the like multiple storylines going on.
Because there's always one that's not interesting. That's why.
Yeah. And so obviously I don't know what the rest of the series is going to look like. I never played the games like you did. I'm sure they're like trying to condense things and all of that. But I wish that they had just like focused on one, like the vault people or whatever, like for the episode.
Yeah, I feel like the same way.
Still, like I'm sure that the Brotherhood of Steel, I'm sure that they're like a big part, but yeah, like they are.
I think it was too much to throw in there in the first episode. I think they should have brought them in the second episode, and you could have had the Walton Goggins mutant stuff at the end, like they did. That's fine because you open with him, so that would have been a nice bookend to the episode. But we only watched one.
Well, they did very little with him in this.
They did very little with him.
It was kind of like a setup for the future episodes. And
from what I hear, he's a great character on the show, but we didn't really see too much from him other than a couple of one-liners. I don't know. I just the show's got I'm not quite sure I've grasped like the tone of it just yet, because I feel like they're trying to put some comedy in there and make it a little bit over the top. And everybody's. I don't want to spoil anything, but when the big moment happens in the vault, there's like music playing and all that stuff, and it's almost like they're trying to make it feel a little bit more lighthearted and not
like
as
Guardians
dramatic.
of the Galaxy.
A little bit, yeah. So I'm trying to get a handle on what exactly.
But is that how the game was?
A little bit, but I mean the game. I don't know if they're like following any of the characters.
Well, that's what I had asked you.
The game doesn't really have like you're like Vault whatever person. Like you're like generic Vault guy. Like you're not like a character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure like you're not anybody. You're just a guy from the Vault that's meeting people in the world. There's like the Brotherhood of Steel exists. Like that was like downloadable content for Fallout 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're following.
So that makes sense then. It was like
I think this is just a new story in the world.
It was like downloadable content. So that means kind of like just like extra.
It was extra. Yeah, the
like
Brotherhood of
nobody
Steel
cares.
is not in the wasn't in there. But you know, we had some cool stuff like the Nuka-Cola, and you know, I saw the vending machine of that. And I'm pretty sure they use caps for currency. It's literally been 16 years since I played the game. So it's like a lifetime ago. But all that being said, I did enjoy the first episode, like you said, and I do look forward to continuing it. So